Hello students, I Pushpinder Kaur welcome you in the next video lecture based on chapter alcohols, phenols and ethers. In this video lecture we will discuss the next chemical properties, the reactions involving the cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. When the carbon-oxygen bond is broken, then the alcohols behave like a nucleophile. It has been observed that during the reactions involving the cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond in the presence of acid, the alcohols get protonated and the reactions can be shown like this. What happened in this case? The H positive ions get attack on the lone pair present on the oxygen atom and give the protonated alcohols, and it will behave like a base. Type of the reactions with the halogen acids, phosphorus halide, thionyl chloride and the ammonia are, when the alcohols react with the halogen acids, they behave like a base, and in this type of the reactions alcohol react with the halogen acids to form haloalkanes. The reaction is usually carried out in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride which act as a Lewis acid and act as a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent means it helps to the removal of the water molecules as a product. It can be represented like this. In this, the R is any alkyl group, maybe it may be methyl, ethyl propyl is there, and this is the hydroxyl group which is the main functional group of the alcoholic group when treated with the halogen acid, where X may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. And when halogen acids react with each other in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, there is a nucleophilic substitution reactions can be carried out, and X can be replaced hydroxyl group, give the haloalkanes and the water molecules. And the order of the reactivity of the various alcohols can be represented. The tertiary alcohols are highly reactive as comparison to the secondary alcohols, which are more reactive as comparison to the primary alcohols, and the methyl alcohols are least reactive in these reactions. The order of the reactivity of the hydrogen halides are the hydrogen iodide, being a strong reducing agent, are highly reactive towards the alcohols as comparison to the hydrogen bromide, which are the more reactive as comparison to the hydrochloric acid. The hydrogen fluoride are generally unreactive in this case due to the strong bond between the hydrogen and the fluorine. The next one is the difference in the reactivity of the three classes of the alcohols with the hydrochloric acid. In the reactivity of the three classes of the alcohols with the hydrochloric acid help us to distinguish them from one another, and this termed as a Lucas test. And you can say this is the time test. Actually, the alcohols are soluble in the Lucas reagent, the concentrated hydrochloric acid and the zinc chloride, while their chlorides are formed during the reactions are immiscible and produces the turbidity, the solution. In case of the alcohols, when they react with the Lucas reagent, the immediate turbidity is appear, and in case of the secondary alcohols, the turbidity appears after 1 or 2 minutes, and in case of the primary alcohols, these are the least reactive in nature, and the no turbidity will be appeared at the room temperature, and the turbidity appear after only the heating. It means this test help us to the distinction between the tertiary, secondary and the primary alcohols. If the tertiary alcohols are there, then the turbidity will be immediately appears due to the formation of the chloride as comparison to the secondary alcohol, in which the turbidity appears after 1 or 2 minutes, and in case of the primary alcohols, the turbidity will be appear after only the heating. These are the some examples. In case of the primary alcohols, the zinc chloride and the hydrochloric acid shows no reaction at the room temperature. This reaction is possible only at the heating purpose. In case of the secondary alcohols, they will form the secondary butyl chloride, and the turbidity will be appear after 1 or 2 minutes. Or in case of the tertiary alcohols, on the treatment with the Laplace reagent, the turbidity will be appear immediately. And if we talk about the mechanism of this reaction, the reaction of the halogen acids with the secondary and the tertiary alcohols. This is the secondary alcohols and this is the tertiary alcohols. In case of the secondary and the tertiary alcohols, they will follow the nucleophilic substitution reactions. One means the carbocation is formed as an intermediate product. First of all, the hydrogen, the H positive ions get attacked on the lone pair of the oxygen atom and give the protonated alcohol. In the next step, this protonated alcohols, protonated oxygen get attract this shared pair of the electron towards itself and generate the carbocation as an intermediate. This carbocation and the halogen negative ions react with each other, give the alkyl halide as a major product along with the water molecules. In case of the primary alcohols, it will follow the SN2 mechanism during the reaction with the halogen acids, and the resultant product will be forming the inversion of the configuration, and the alkyl halide is formed as a major product with the opposite configuration. In case of the secondary and the tertiary alcohols, this reaction is further supported by the fact that many alcohols on the reaction with the halogen atoms give rearrangement products due to the 1,2 hydride shift and 1,2 alkyl shift in the intermediate carbocations. For example, if 2-methylpropane 1-ol is treated with the hydrochloric acid in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, 2-chloro-2-methylpropane is formed as a major product, while 1-chloro-2-methylpropane is formed as a minor product. Here, note that the alcohols can undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions by both SN2 and the SN1 mechanisms, but they have the greater tendency to undergo the nucleophilic substitution reactions by the SN1 mechanism. This is because of the fact that SN2 mechanism is favored by the strong nucleophile, and it is not possible to have a strong nucleophile in the presence of the acidic medium required for the protonation of the alcohol. These are some other examples of the nucleophilic substitution reactions. These reactions we already discussed in the previous chapter. In the first reaction, when the alcohols react with the phosphorus trichloride, it will give the alkyl halide, and similarly when the alcohol on treatment with the phosphorus pentachloride, it again give the alkyl chloride. So in case of the reaction with the hydrogen bromide in the presence of the sulfuric acid, it will give the alkyl bromide, and alcohol on the treatment with the hydrogen iodide, it will give the alkyl iodide, and on the reaction with the thionyl chloride, it will form the alkyl chloride along with the sulfur dioxide and the HCl as a byproduct. Now involving the both hydroxyl group and the alkyl group. These reactions are mostly elimination reactions taking place under the different conditions. Such reactions include dehydration, oxidations, and dehydrogenation reactions as discussed. In the first case, the dehydration reaction. In this reaction, the alcohols are heated with the protic acids such as the sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, hydrochloric acids, and give alkene as a major product. What happened in this case? The hydroxyl group from the alpha carbon atom and the proton from the beta position get attached with each other and give the water molecule as a byproduct along with the alkene as a major product. Here the function of the sulfuric acid is it acts as a dehydrating agent, and this reaction is most important during the preparation of the alkenes from the alcohols. It has been observed that during the loss of the water from the alcohol molecule to form alkene, hydrogen attached to the beta carbon atom is eliminated, and this hydration of the alcohols in the presence of the acid is typically example of the alpha beta elimination reactions, and this is also called as the beta elimination reactions. And such type of the reactions follow the stage F rule during the formation of the major and the minor product. The reactivity of the different alcohols during the formation of the alkenes from the alcohols follows a order. The primary alcohols are least reactive during the dehydration reactions, and the tertiary alcohols are highly reactive towards the elimination reaction. And this can be explained on the basis of the stability of the carbocation, as during the dehydration reactions again carbocation is formed as a major product, and the tertiary carbocations are more stable as comparison to the secondary, and the secondary carbocations are more stable from the primary alcohols. When we discuss about the stage F rule, in every instance in which more than one alkenes can be formed, the major product is the alkene with the most alkyl substituted attached to the double bonded carbon. It means this is the alpha carbon atom, this is beta carbon atom, and this is the beta carbon atom. The major product or the abstraction of the proton can be done from that beta carbon atom in which the most bulkier groups are attached. Like in this case, this is beta carbon atom and this one is the beta carbon atom, but this beta carbon atom is more substituted, and there is a no alkyl group is attached to this carbon atom. It means this beta carbon atom leads to the abstraction of the proton and form 2-butene as a major product, while but-1-ene is formed as a minor product if the proton is get abstracted from this carbon atom. Okay, these are the some other examples based on the stage F rule. This is the beta carbon atom, this is also beta carbon atom, and this is the beta carbon atom. But this beta carbon atom is more alkylated as 2 alkyl groups are attached to this, and in this case 1 alkyl group is attached, and in this case no alkyl group is attached. This means this beta carbon atom, due to the most alkylated carbon atom, forms a major product, and this carbon atom is this beta carbon atom is the next most substituted carbon atom, and it will form the next major product, and this beta carbon atom is least substituted and it will form the minor product. When we talk about the mechanism of this reaction, the mechanism of the dehydration of the alcohol is most important mechanism on the examination point of view, and this mechanism having the 3 steps. The first step is the protonation of the alcohols. In this case, alcohols accept a proton to form the protonated alcohols. What happened? The acid catalyst gave the H positive ions, and this H get attached to the lone pair of the oxygen atom of the alcohols, and this reaction is known as the electrophilic addition reaction. ANSHN is the electrophilic addition reaction, and in this case H positive ions get attached to the lone pair of the oxygen atom, but we will show the arrow in the direction of the electrons, and in this case the alcohols get protonated with the oxygen atom having the positive charge. In the next step, there is a generation of the carbocation. It is the slowest step and the rate determining step of the reaction, and in this reaction there is a loss of the water molecules by the attracting the shared pair of the electron between the carbon and the oxygen atom towards itself. In this way, the oxygen get completed their electron density and the water molecules get removed. There is a generation of the carbocation as an intermediate. In the next step, there is a loss of the proton from the beta carbon atoms, and this shared pair of the electron gets shifted towards this carbon-carbon bond, and result the carbon-carbon double bond will be formed along with the H positive ions. The second type of the reaction that involve the both hydroxyl group and the alkyl group is the formation of the ethers. There are the 2 temperature conditions. As in the previous case, we are using the sulfuric acid as a catalyst, but in these cases the temperature conditions are different. If the temperature is 443 Kelvin, then the alkene is formed as a major product, but if the temperature is 413 Kelvin, then the ether will be formed as a major product. There is a second condition along with the temperature condition. The alcohols must be taken in the excess amount. During the formation of the ethers, it is a nucleophilic bimolecular reaction and or SN2 mechanisms involving the attack of the alcohol's molecule on the protonated alcohols. In the first step is the same as the previous mechanism. There is the electrophilic addition of the H positive ions and the alcohols. The oxygen atom of the hydroxyl group is get protonated. In the next step, if the ethanol or the alcohol group is present in the excess amount, then there is a nucleophilic attack of the lone pair of this oxygen atom to the carbocation, which is formed by the shifting of this shared pair of the electron towards the oxygen atom, and the water will be formed as a byproduct. In the next step, there is a removal of the H positive ions and it will form the ether as a major product along with the H positive ions formed as a byproduct. The next type of the reactions that involve the both hydroxyl group and the alkyl group, that is the oxidation of the alcohols. As we know that during the oxidation there is a addition of the oxygen or the removal of the hydrogen. In case of the oxidation of the alcohols, in the presence of oxidizing agent like potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate or the PCC, in this case the primary alcohols give the aldehyde, which further on the oxidation give the carboxylic acid. Similarly, the alcohols give the ketones. Oxidation of the ketone is not possible. And in the case of the tertiary alcohols, the oxidation reaction is not possible. In the next case, when we take a special kind of the oxidizing agents like the PCC, the full form of the PCC is pyridinium chlorochromate. The PCC or the Collins reagent. Collins reagent is the mixing of the chromic oxide in the pyridine, that is are used to obtain the aldehyde. The main function of the PCC is it stops the further oxidation of the aldehyde group to the carboxylic acid, and they do not oxidize the functional group such as the alkenes. Like during the oxidation of the unsaturated alcohols, it will form the unsaturated aldehyde group. Similarly, in case of the secondary alcohols, if we are using the Collins reagent, it stops the further oxidation of the ketones or the aldehyde group to the carboxylic acids. These are the main functions of the PCC or the Collins reagent. In the next case, the reactions involving the both hydroxyl group and the alkyl group, that is a dehydrogenation of the alcohols by the action of the reduced copper. In this case, again, primary alcohols in the presence of the copper at 573 Kelvin temperature give the ketones as a major product, and the secondary alcohols give the ketones as a major product, while the tertiary alcohols, due to the absence of the alpha carbon atom, give the alkene as a major product. The next one is the reactions involving the only alkyl group. The reaction of the alcohols with the halogen atoms give the oxidizing product, the aldehyde and the hydrochloric acid. Here the chlorine acts as the oxidizing agent. This aldehyde further reaction with the chlorine atom gave trichloroaldehyde product, and this trichloroaldehyde product on the reaction with the sodium hydroxide form chloroform and the sodium acetate as a product. This is your homework. In these reactions you have to write the only major product, like during the formation of the reaction of the alcohols with the Lucas reagent and the hydrogen bromide and the thionyl chloride. And in the next case, you again you have to predict the major product formed during the acidic catalyst of the dehydration, and in this reaction you have to write the reagent formed during the chemical reaction, the oxidation of the primary alcohols to carboxylic acids, the oxidation of the primary alcohols to the aldehyde. And the next, these are the two important conversions of the alcohols and the phenols chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.